Hey everyone, Charles here. And first of all, thank you for stopping by my podcast. If this show inspires you, makes you think, or gives you that courage to jump into action, please help by donating to this show. Click the link in the description and donate. Your donation helps us with production and finding great guests moving forward. Thank you and enjoy. Hey everyone, Charles here. And first of all, thank you for stopping by my podcast. If this show inspires you, makes you think, or gives you that courage to jump into action, please help by donating to this show. Click the link in the description and donate. Your donation helps us with production and finding great guests moving forward. Thank you and enjoy.
You know you should be doing something different, right? Hey, I'm talking to you. Do you believe that you have the gift for greatness or have a special talent, but don't have the courage to take that next step? Always wondering how others made it look so easy? Well, welcome to Jump, the show that will bring you special guests just like you and me. How did they get the courage to jump into greatness? Doing what they love and living the good life. So, get ready to jump with your host, Charles Matthews Jr.
Good morning. Hey, everybody, and welcome to Jump Podcast. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining us. Now, Jump is not about jumping up and down. Jump is into jumping into getting into action. What are you holding back for? What are you waiting for? It's time to jump. Success is waiting. But here's the thing. I know sometimes you want to be bigger, better, braver, but how do we do that? Sometimes you're kind of scared and nervous to do all these things. So don't worry. I got your back. I got somebody to come on and help us out. Please welcome my special guest, Nancy.
Hi, Charles.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. We don't have to tell everybody all the struggles we go through just to get this show up and running.
Please don't.
Well, it's great to have you here. But before we get started, where are you coming in from?
Aspen, Colorado.
Wow, that must be beautiful right there now.
Unbelievable. Every day is a gift. Every day is gorgeous.
So tell us a little bit more about you. Born and raised, where are you from?
I grew up in Buffalo, New York. So
okay.
I'm far away from there now. I got married right out of college at 21 and moved to New York with my husband. And we were married 26 years. I have two boys, 4 grandchildren. I've lived a good life, I have to say. I've lived a good life.
Very nice. So growing up out of college, you have the whole world in front of you. What did you want to become as a little girl, the dreams, and, what was it all about?
Charles, the interesting thing is I wanted to be a wife and mother. I was groomed to be a wife and mother. I'm from the generation before where that really was what women did. And not that other women weren't out there doing other things. And I was always working, but it wasn't my main job. It wasn't my main goal or effort. And that's really what I wanted to do. It's what I really wanted to do. And so I was very happy as long as that was all in place and I was able to do other things. I ran a gym, I was a personal trainer, but being a wife and mother was always my first goal. And so it wasn't until my marriage fell apart after 26 years, and I fell apart after 26 years, that in the rebirth, in the growing again, in the picking myself up piece by piece by piece off the ground, I started a whole new way of thinking and being and learned to become who I am today, which is very different from the woman I was then.
So tell our listeners, because this is what I love about this show is we always show the good part, but we want to show them, the struggles, because everybody has a struggle. That's the whole reason everybody's on this show. Everybody looks at you and goes, oh, she's so famous. She did this. She's writing books. She does this. But they don't know how you got to this point. They don't know what you went through to get to this point. It's not all, as they say, all roses, all better roses. Explain that to us.
Right. I fell apart. I was a mess. I loved my husband. I loved the family I had built. I loved the life we had built. We really had it all going on. I got myself a coach. I got myself a Healing Your Heart Debbie Ford coach, which is one of the many things that I am. And in that work, you start to see that it's not the other person. It's all about you. What do
Right.
you
Okay.
need to do? What are the tools you need to learn? What are the disempowering beliefs that are buried in your subconscious, which are holding you back, which are forming your life, which are ruling your operating system? Those are the things that I had to learn. It's like an onion, and I had to peel away all the layers of the stories I was telling myself and the beliefs I had. And honestly, the biggest childhood wound belief that I had was that I was not safe alone. I put myself on fire when I was 5 years old playing with a lighter. And so the belief that I wasn't safe alone was really the right belief. Yeah, when you're alone, you put yourself on fire.
Right.
So all of our childhood beliefs are formed to keep us safe. I'm not good enough. My voice doesn't matter. I need to stay silent to be safe. I need to be perfect to be loved. I need to please others to be loved. I'm stupid. I need to stay quiet so no one will know. These are all beliefs that we get from our childhood because of events, emotional events that happen, or things that our parents have told us, or where we lie in the family. You could
Yeah.
have 6 older brothers, and
You're the
yeah,
middle child,
nobody
yeah.
cares, right? Nobody cares about your opinion. And so you grow up believing your opinion doesn't matter. You don't have worth. You're broken. And then you go through your life, and all of a sudden you're in the corporate world and you still don't share your opinion. And so therefore,
Hold
right?
on. Don't pass that part right there, because I love what you're
Okay.
saying, and it makes total sense. People always say, well, why don't you apply for that next position? Or how come you've been here so long? Why don't you apply for that position? And the person's always like, no, it's not for me. It is for them. But like you
Right.
said, they're too scared to go get it. They're too scared to
Right.
say, I deserve that spot. They're too scared to say, that is for me, because of all what you just said.
Right. Because of it's actually underneath the fear are the disempowering beliefs. That's not for me, because the child inside you believes they're not good enough, they're not worthy, or they have the fear of success. If I try and fail, that will hurt too much. And they don't really put together, not trying, you're already failing.
Oh,
In the trying, you're succeeding. Regardless of the outcome, the juice is in the journey. Take
like
the jump, right? The juice is in the journey. And the way you feel about yourself just from trying is worth everything.
I like what you just said right there. I always put little notes and jot notes when my guests say these nuggets, and I think that was a big nugget that you said. You said just not trying, you've already failed. You were
Right.
like, oh, I'm afraid to fail. Well, you not going to try at least, you failed already. So
Exactly.
that is, I've never thought of it that way. You're like, oh, if you don't do it, I can't fail, so I don't know the outcome. Well, the outcome, you already started it. You didn't even try, so you failed already by not trying.
Correct. I one time had a client who told me that she had like 30 tickets for, what are those tickets called where you put money in to the lottery, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And she never turned them in, because as long as she had them in her hand, she was a winner. And basically, that was how, right. It's the same thing. If they don't try, they think they're still a winner, but they're not. They're a loser.
But what if she was? Hold on. But what if one of those tickets was a real big winner?
What if, right?
She's sitting on the thousands or hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars, but she doesn't want to turn them in because she doesn't want to see the thing to say not a winner.
But that is a metaphor for how she lived her life.
Wow.
She got all these jobs and she never finished them, because if she had the jobs but didn't finish them, she still was successful in her mind.
Gotcha. Okay. That one's big. That one is big. All right.
Right?
Time to have some fun. Here we go. It's time for rapid fire. What we're going to do is we're going to put 2 minutes on the clock. You get to choose what your rapid fire questions are. And then you got 2 minutes on the clock to answer the questions, but you got to make sure you got 2 minutes on the clock. You can't go over. And you can elaborate on your questions, but remember that clock is ticking.
Wait. I didn't know we were playing a game. I have to answer every question in 2 minutes.
It's 2 minutes. Answer all these questions.
Monitor. Okay.
You gotta go quick. It's A, B, C, or D. You get to ask the questions yourself. What is it? A, B, C, or D? Which ones would you like?
What do you mean? Where are the questions?
Give me A, B, C, or D.
I just give you a number. I don't know what it is.
You don't know what is happening.
Okay.
A, B, C, or D.
B.
All right, here we go. First question starting when I put the 2 minutes on the clock. B, here we go. 2 minutes is started now. What advice would you give someone that's starting in a career like yourself?
Well, you have to actually learn to trust yourself. You have to recognize that go small, take small steps, one step at a time outside your comfort zone. Teach yourself that your word is gold. Stay in alignment with everything you want to do. Don't go off track.
What scares you?
What scares me? I use fear as a motivating force for change. So things that scare me are when I'm asked to do something that in my imposter mind will say, oh, I can't do that. I'm not good enough for that. That scares me.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
If you can live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
Aspen, Colorado.
What's one thing you can change about yourself?
My weight.
What is one thing you like doing?
Oh my God, anything outside. I'm a hiker, a biker, a skier, pickleball.
What is one thing you don't like doing?
I don't like being up late at night. I don't like being out late at night. I think.
What is your favorite hobby?
Exercise.
Who do you love the most?
Oh God, that's not. I have 2 sons and 4 grandkids and a partner and a dog. I love them all.
There you go. We're at 28 seconds. Where was your first love?
Buffalo, New York.
There you go. You made it with 20 seconds left on the clock. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to dive into your website and see how you can help others to get to that next level, because it's bigger, better, braver. That's what we want. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. CMJ Entertainment is a one-stop shop. CMJ Entertainment helps people do any type of events, and it's a marketing tool as well. So we'll cover everything from start to finish. If it's a wedding, we'll make sure your wedding is over the top. And if it's an event, we make sure that everybody gets information at the end of the day. Give us a call at 416-414-8964 or online, go to cmjent.com.
Hey, it's okay if you're driving or too busy to take notes. Charles has your parachute packed with all the info you need to jump into success. Check out the links section for all the tools you need to land safe. Now, let's keep falling with Charles and his special guest.
Yes, my special guest is here. And during rapid fire, you said something that I want to jump on to. You said, I asked you, what scares you? And you said you use the fear to help you out. Explain that a little bit more.
We all have fear. So people think that successful people don't have fear, and it's not true. It's just that they harness the fear to move forward. So for me personally, when I'm afraid to do something, it's a signal. Oh, I have to do it. If I can't, I must, because my growth is on the other side of that. So I've been asked to build a course for a company, and then I'll think, oh God, I don't know. I don't think I can do that. Of course I say yes, but then in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. And then I realize the moment I step in, the fear will go away. And when I finish that course, I now am exactly that person because I just did it. So the fear is there to help you. I mean, listen, there's fear that's there to protect you. I don't want to walk down a dark alley in the middle of the night and think, oh,
Everything
ignore
helps
that
you.
fear. It's all cool, right? That's not the kind of fear. Those fears are good and you want those fears. But the fears that are keeping you playing small, those are the fears you have to harness and move forward anyway. Take them by the hand. Know that the universe has your back. So everything is happening for you. And if you try something and you fail, that's a stepping stone to success. Pick yourself up, look at it. All right, wait a minute. Like that didn't work. What can I take away that did work? And what do I have to learn or get better at or ask somebody else for assistance, like so that I don't fail again? And
Right.
each time you fail, you're going to change it around until you're successful. Only those people that quit are not successful.
Gotcha. All right. So here's the big question. Why bigger, better, braver?
If you want to live a bigger life, you have to be braver. So if you want your life to be better, people come to me all the time because they're unhappy, they're stuck, they want a different life. People come to coaches not the same as therapists. They're emotionally whole. I mean, they may be depressed or stuck, but they don't have a psychological disorder. They're coming because they're normal people that feel like, gosh, why am I not getting what I want? Why is there a discrepancy between what I say I want and what I'm actually experiencing? And I need help. Nobody gets to the Olympics without a coach. It's the same with life. And so people come to me and they don't realize that what's stopping them is their own fears and disempowering beliefs. That's what I help them uncover, and that's how they move forward.
All right. So let's take a look at your website and tell us a little bit more about this great book. And we've been saying it over and over to get it into your heads, people. Bigger, better, braver. So when was this book released? It's a bestseller right now.
It was released in 2019, literally right during the pandemic. So my whole book tour and everything got changed. Everything came on Zoom. And again, I had to learn to pivot. So I worked on this book for 2 years. And then as it was coming out, so did COVID. And you have to be ready to pivot and recognize that this is all happening for you. And how do you change it around? My book is a step-by-step process on how I coach. So for people who can't afford a coach or aren't ready for a coach, it's a great first step. It's full of exercises and experiential, exercises and mantras and meditations and examples from all of my clients and my own life to help you move through something. Figure out what your vision and goal is. What does your soul want for you? And then I help you get it step by step.
All right. And it's a great read. You can go online right here. You can purchase your book. I've been putting the links in the description as well. So you'll see all the links in the description, how to find the book, where to get it, and the links to the website. It's there. You need to get a copy. Now, when we say bigger, is bigger and better and braver, how can we use that in our everyday life?
I use it as a mantra. So every time I'm afraid to do something, I just say to myself, bigger, better, braver. I tell my grandchildren, what did you do today that was bigger, better, braver? How do you use it as a driving force? All of these things are literally to help you help yourself. And bigger is not, how do I acquire more? How do I have more things? Bigger is, how do I expand my life? I feel like I'm looking through a whole photo shoot.
All right. How to expand your life. I like that right there, because sometimes we have ourselves in a pocket. And that's why I love this show with special guests like yourself to tell everybody, look, I'm telling you to jump. And she's explaining to you right there how you can jump. Little small things, you get bigger, better, braver, just being brave and going for that position. You just jumped. Okay. Just be trying to be bigger. You just jumped. Little things like that is a stepping stone, what I call a jump in life. And you guys are doing a great job by doing that. So you do have to get this book, take a read. And if you want to go deeper, give her a call, send her an email and say, look, I've seen you on the show. I want to get to that next level. Now, here's a question I always ask everybody. What's the ideal client for you? Who's ready for your services? Because not everybody, here's the thing I try to tell everybody. Sometimes you're not ready yet.
Yeah.
You're just not ready yet. You have to do certain things to be ready to get a coach, to listen to the coach. And if you're not at that aspect, the coach is not going to be able to help you because you're not ready yet. So what do they need to do to be ready?
They need to be motivated to change their life. And they need to be able to follow through with what they tell me they're going to do on a weekly basis. So they're going to come up with action steps and they have to follow through. If they're not ready to follow through, if they're not motivated to change, I can only work as hard as my clients. And so if I get an unmotivated client that is happy to spend the money, but isn't willing to do the work, they're not the right client for me, and I won't keep them.
There you go. I like how you said it straight. It's what they're looking for. If you're not ready to move to that next level, then maybe it's not the right time. You have to make the right time for yourself and move on to that next level. All right. Speaking engagements, before we go, anywhere we can let you know where you're speaking, how we can get on. Are you on Zoom? Are you on Facebook? Can we ask you questions? You're blogging. Where can we find you?
All my blogs and all my webinars and everything are on my website. There's a lot of them that you can just for free go in and watch the webinars on a zillion topics, read all the blogs. And I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn, and I used to be on Clubhouse. I haven't done it for a while, but everything is Nancy Pickard Life Coach. And follow me, please follow me. DM me, email me. I do a free discovery call for anybody who's interested because it has to work both ways. I have to think that you're a good candidate to work with me, and you have to think that I'm the right coach to work with you. All
right, let's have some fun.
Now time for Pick 3.
It's now time for Pick 3. You get to choose your last 3 questions before we let you go. So I need you to pick 1 to 13. Questions 1 to 13. Give me 3.
Oh, my goodness. 7.
7. 2 more.
11.
Last one?
3.
All right. 7, 11, and 3. All right. Question number 7. What is one myth about your industry that you want to squash right now?
That coaches can make a lot of money.
I like that one. So coaching is not the thing of making billions of dollars, but you do it out of the love.
Correct.
Perfect. All right. Number 11. What are 3 books would you recommend to my audience?
Besides Bigger, Better, Braver?
I'm glad you said it.
Okay. Terry Real I'm now being certified in Terry Real's books. He's got one on the rules for new marriage. He's got an Audible called Fierce Intimacy. He's got one for male depression called I Don't Want to Talk About It. So all the Terry Real books I think are amazing. And then my all-time favorite has been Michael Singer and, oh my God, I can't think of it. The Untethered Soul.
Okay.
All-time favorite.
All right. All my listeners are just writing those down right now. All right. Now, last one. Number 3. What advice would you give someone pursuing a similar career to yours?
Find some mentors that you really like. Follow them on Instagram, go to their webinars, go just read everything they've done and follow them. That's the best way to do it. And also feel free to call a coach and ask them for advice. I get new coaches that call me all the time.
There you go. Well, listen, Nancy, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us on The Jump. And I hope I got some nuggets today, and I hope all my listeners got some nuggets today. And if you want to get some more nuggets, please go to her website right there on the screen. Find out. The link's in the description. Thank you so much. Like I always say, you didn't have to watch, you didn't have to listen, but I'm so glad that you did. We'll see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.
Has come to an end, but the fun doesn't have to stop here. If you have any questions, suggestions, or feedback, head over right now to Twitter and Facebook and like, share, and get involved. Join us next time.
Hey, hope you had a great time listening to the show. If you think I did a great job, please buy me a coffee. I still got a lot of work to do. We would love to hear from you, your feedback, so please click the link and leave us a review. You can help us grow by following us on all social media platforms and sharing this link. Once again, it's time for you to jump. Success is waiting. Hey, hope you had a great time listening to the show. If you think I did a great job, please buy me a coffee. I still got a lot of work to do. We would love to hear from you, your feedback, so please click the link and leave us a review. You can help us grow by following us on all social media platforms and sharing this link. Once again, it's time for you to jump. Success is waiting.